Hi all, it's Barb coming to you from my craft studio. I have a haul to share. It's from several different places. I'll be right back. Okay, I did get something from scrapbook.com that I forgot to share. I'm trying to think, was there anything else in there? Or, you know what? I haven't shared that at all. Never mind. Target, Sam's Club, Five Below. Went to Ollie's. I didn't find much at Ollie's. And where was the other place we went? Hobby Lobby I went to. At scrapbook.com I ordered some of the Totally Tiffany 6x9 pockets. They can either go in the fab file that size or they can go in the Kirsten bag, I believe it is. But I find this size is working okay for organizing my planner stickers. It's not perfect, but it works. And then this was a freebie. I kind of forgot I'd gotten that. I ordered like 10 packs of these, but I kept one aside so I could kind of share it with you. I'm not sure some of this stuff is in any order. At Sam's Club, I found this 18 pack of mild liner creative markers. They're double-ended and they have mild translucent ink. I think they can almost be like a highlighter type thing, but it had lots of colors in it. And I think it was like $10 for $12 for the whole package. So I'm like, okay, I'll get that. Five Below, I picked up this color book for hubby. He really likes Captain America, so that was one reason I picked it up. He likes the other Marvel superheroes too, and so I figured I would let him have that to color. He will color over there for a while. Sometimes if I give him a new page to color, it keeps him occupied a little bit longer. But I also found these at Five Below. They're Barbie stickers. I'm going to set them aside. I'm hoping maybe for a Barbie, take one of my Barbie little golden books and do a junk journal. So I was trying to find some stickers and things. I really thought, I did not buy them at Hobby Lobby today, but I kind of thought that bow set would really look well with Barbie too, you know, pink and all that. I did find this Pez dispenser at Kohl's. It was marked down to $1.79. I had a 30% off coupon today plus hubby's discount, so I got it really cheap. But I thought I would get that because I can eventually put the Barbie dispenser up by my Barbie stuff. I bought some more. I actually bought 2 packs of these. I put one in the house already, and I'm going to leave this pack out here in case I need it when I get to hanging things up. I also bought this at Kohl's. For bath mats, the only season I was really missing was Thanksgiving. And I know the one I got for fall last year might just have pumpkins on it. So I might use this one for fall and take that pumpkin one and use it for Thanksgiving. I'm not sure on that yet, but that's kind of what my thought process was when I picked it up. All right, this is just empty containers because we bought some more M&Ms so I can bind them together. I find those containers work well for holding on to screws and nuts and bolts as I'm sorting them down. I can put them in there. Or they'll stay there long term. At Hobby Lobby, Hobby picked out the cherry candies. He sees the hard thing. Actually, I will say Ollie's is actually cheaper on these than Hobby Lobby is, but Ollie's didn't have them in cherry today, so I bought this one. They have changed these things. These used to be little felt pieces for the little banners that you can use like on a tiered tray, or I've used them on my barn before, but they had this one that said autumn. These are like little wood pieces. I don't know if they're real wood, but they're like little wood pieces or wood-like pieces. I'm not sure, maybe MDF. But they also had one that said blessed. And then I bought this drying mat for fall. And this tablecloth. I liked this one. I thought that one was pretty. That is all up in there. I put that with my other bags. Is this one empty? Nope. This one is, I think, my Ollie stuff. I didn't find a whole lot of new craft things. I seen they had the Moxie glitter, which I didn't see last week, and they had some American Crafts vinyl that I didn't see last week, but I didn't pick them up. I did find this device cleaning case that I'm going to try cleaning my phone with it, but we'll see. This was $1.99. It was actually on the craft table, but it was $1.99. I did find some sticker sets. Now these I had seen last week too. I had debated these ones. I don't have babies in my life, but I do like to keep a few baby embellishments in my stash. I put them in my scrap rack over there so that if I have to make a baby card for somebody, I have it. So I bought them. And then I had debated on these stickers last week and I skipped them. I'm like, oh, it's $1. Is that really that great of a deal for stickers? But they are name brand stickers. They're American Crafts. It's EK Success American Crafts. So these ones were kind of wellness, self-care. So I decided to pick them up. I want to try to start journaling kind of for self-care too, if I can. I'm actually thinking about doing that. Try to do that like at bedtime before I go to sleep. Write down whatever. We'll see. Hubby picked out these cookies, which I have to say, they do look good. Chocolate caramel. He also picked out these cinnamon ones. I'm curious. Here you get 6 ounces for $1.49 at Ollie's. And I think this is something they pretty much have all the time. This one at Hobby Lobby is 4.5 ounces for $1.99. So these ones are fat-free and gluten-free. I'm not sure about these ones. It doesn't have any fat listed. I'm not sure about gluten. Sugar, corn syrup. It doesn't look like it would have any gluten either. It's not specifically labeled gluten-free, but that could be because they're made in a facility where there's cross-contamination possibility. I bought 2 packs of those big ones. And then the other day I knocked off one of my M&M containers. Of course, it would be the one that was glass. So it broke, and I think it had my Easter Sunday ones in it. This is kind of, I really like this flavor of M&M's, so I picked up 2 at size. Honestly, I don't think those were any cheaper than they are normally at a store, but you can't find them anywhere else right now because, hey, they're Easter. Target at the Bullseye Playground, I was shocked. My stuff had Halloween. Usually, I wouldn't see the Halloween stuff until after school supplies went on clearance. It's just usually how my stores do it. These are miniature witches tools, so they're like for tiered trays decorating. So I've seen 3 different sets, and I was surprised. I was actually expecting these to be 5, and they were 3. So I went ahead and picked up one of each that I've seen. I found that one, the miniature witches tool. I found this one, the miniature black magic set. I know there's people who don't like Halloween, and if you're one of them, I'm sorry, but just know if you're watching my channel, you're going to see every season. And then the miniature ghoulie ghost, which I thought these were really cute. So I picked those up. They had a couple other miniature signs. I bought the Black Cat Apothecary, and I bought the little pumpkin faced one. They had one that just said Happy Halloween. I think it was black with a white lettering. I'm pretty sure the back of it was black. And then they had one that said something about coffee on it. And I'm not a coffee drinker. Now, if it had just had like a cup that kind of looked like it could be coffee or latte, I would have gotten it. But I'm not a coffee drinker. I'm not buying the coffee themed one. And then I always love the little potion bottles. I should make a list of which ones I find because I'm sure there's more of these out there than what my store had. This one was called Spider Legs. It looks like it might be filled like with little Chanel, we used to call them pipe cleaners when I was a kid. Now they call them Chanel stems or something like that. It looks like they cut up black Chanel stems to fit the bottle, and they call it spider legs. There's another one. There's two, actually there's two more in here. I really liked this one that had the little petite pumpkins. I'll tell you, sometimes when they have little things like this that I could use on a craft project, I'll pick up extra bottles. Like at Christmas time last year, they had little ones that looked like little peppermint candies. I picked up extras of those so that I can craft with the little peppermints. So just, if you're a crafter and you like to, use items like that, think about that. And then this one was called Toadstool Clippings. There's like little mushrooms in there. I'm not into the mushroom craze. It seems like it's really big right now. But I thought that would be cute. I have a little stand, a little like 3-level tiered tray that's just tiny that I sit all these on. And then I have a little witch that you can, melt waxes in. So I put these next to that, like it's her potions for her little, it's a witch, and then she's got a cauldron that you can melt the wax in. So, and do I need stationery? Yeah. But when I seen this one with Aurora front and center, it's just a composition book. I had to pick it up. This is the cover, and the back cover has them little princesses. But my nails are really dirty. I've been working out here. I don't know if the paper was bent up at the store or if it got bent up in my bag. Probably got bent up in my bag, but this was the only one I seen, so I would have bought it regardless. But I had to get that because of Aurora. And then I've been eyeing the big. Does anybody else remember when they were a kid, always wanting the big? I think they had 64 crayons in them back then with the little built-in pencil sharpener. It's kind of sad that this one, it does say sharpener included. It does have the sharpener. I was going to say it's kind of sad it doesn't have the sharpener, but it does. But it's 120 colors. 120 different colors. So I had to get it. I will probably leave these ones over on this side and put them in my color area. I did my daughter had a little cube unit that she wasn't using. She used to have it filled with cat food, but since her cat died 4th of July weekend, she's like, I don't need that anymore. She goes, if you want it, you can have it. So I took that one and I put it under my desk this way. My desk is really crowded under there, but I'm trying to use the space that I have available. And I ended up, I'm going to put like my paints and some other little coloring agents underneath there so that they're trying to keep kind of my coloring agents somewhat together if I can, so they're not in all different places. And since I did have to kind of rearrange over there a little bit to make room for some more inks, I did pick up 2 more of these, and I need to order a couple more of the inserts that go in that hold the mini inks, because I found some more mini inks. The ones that I don't know what I'm going to do with, because they're more rectangular than, maybe I'll look online and see if they have something that would fit in there that's rectangular too. Honestly, I wouldn't need that many of them, but we'll see. I needed some place to put my Stamp of Life ink, and I have some little American Crafts ones that I had gotten a few years ago. But I was really hoping, there's a few things that I've been on the hunt for at Ollie's and just haven't had any luck. One is the Shot Drop. It's like a self-standing place for you to take pictures. Because I'd like to start, when I get crafting again, start posting my stuff on my Instagram. I mean, it's not a professional account, but I just like to share what I've done. So I'd kind of like that backdrop to take pictures of it. And then they had some Shot box inserts. I've got my eye kind of watching for Shot boxes to see if they drop in price at all. I've seen people sharing lockdown punches, which I have not seen any of those. The cinch wire, have not seen that. And there was something else I've seen people share that I'm like, oh, the lowercase alphabet word punch board. I have the uppercase one. I would just like that other one just for the punches that go with the board, so that I would have the upper and lowercase alphabet. But I haven't seen that in my Ollie's either. My daughter did say sometimes, she goes, oh, I've got a coupon that lasts until whatever, September, something or other. She goes, maybe let's try to go back there again before then. I said, yeah, I wouldn't mind trying again, but I don't think I'll go next week. I don't know if they're going to get any more. I have heard that a lot of this, most of the stuff is American Crafts, that American Crafts has been sold. And I looked it up, and they've been sold to Notions, which is a company that supplies a lot of different products. They do a lot of crafty products, but they might do other products too. To other stores. They're kind of like an in-between. So, they buy stuff from the companies and then they resell it to small stores or even sometimes big stores. But I had heard that they had sold it, so I kind of looked it up and said, oh, they have sold it. It does make me worry about the fate of some of the American Crafts items. Normally it wouldn't, but because they are selling this stuff off to a place like Ollie's, and they obviously are letting it go dirt cheap because a lot of the items at Ollie's are $1. The other thing I'd seen somebody share was a little like tabletop letterboard, a mini one. It was, I've got like an IKEA frame that stands on a little pedestal, and it reminded me of that, but it was a little letterboard. I said, oh, I wouldn't mind one of those if I could find it, but I didn't see those. They didn't have any more letters. I've seen people get different color letters than the ones I bought last week, but I did not see any of them. I thought maybe they would have more. Some of the things like the letters and the cinch chipboard were totally sold out. The stickers, I mean, they had boxes and boxes of the same type of stickers, so they still had a lot of stickers left. I don't know if maybe my store has gotten some of these things that have just sold it, but I do think that when they're shipping things out to Ollie's, they're just loading a truck and shipping it to a store. I don't think they're really paying that much attention to what they're stocking the store with, to be honest with you. So no two Ollie's probably have the exact same things. You might see some of the things that you've seen people haul, but you wouldn't see all of them. Like I'd seen somebody haul those Moxie glitter. I think they're like glitter glues. But I seen them at my store today, but I just wasn't interested in them. I'm like, yeah, I'm not buying those because I really don't want them. I had thought about if they'd had the paint pour kit left, but that was gone. So I figured that just means I wasn't meant to have it. Basically, that was where I chose to go. Usually I choose one store. Usually we go to Target and Dollar Tree. We skipped, my daughter said, do you want to go to Dollar Tree? I said, we can skip it this week. It's fine, because we went a lot of places. So we didn't go there. And but when they stopped at Aldi to shop, and I usually don't find much there unless they happen to have the tiered tray stuff, and I haven't seen any of that being shared, so I figured they don't have any of that. It's a little early for the fall stuff, I think, and I would have been nice if they'd done summer ones, but I don't think they do. They did the patriotic ones, and that was it. So I said, Hobby Lobby's right next to it, so I said, we're going to walk over to Hobby Lobby and look around if that's okay. And she says, oh, okay, that's fine. So I walked around and looked there, and I did find a few things. I'd seen some people sharing some different things on clearance, and I did find some of like the big felt sheets, but I didn't see any in designs that I really liked, so I didn't buy any of it. I'm like, I don't really need that. So that stops me, but in this case it did. But anyways, that's really all I've got to share today. Like I said, I have placed a few online orders, and I'm debating doing something different out here than what I currently was thinking, because I was thinking of leaving that one table as my YouTube table, which I would still like to do. But I'm also thinking I still want to get another printer. I've got my 12 by 12 printer, and I want to get I'm debating what to do. I had thought about like an EcoTank printer for like my everyday, but I was also thinking of getting a laser printer. So now I'm just thinking maybe I should just get a color laser printer and have that be my everyday printer. So I have 2 printers rather than 3. Because I wouldn't mind like printing my, I usually print a lot of my own planner pages, so I wouldn't mind doing those on a laser printer, because then when you use ink pads, it won't, sometimes with inkjet printing, if you use markers, it can kind of give you a smeared thing. But I want a laser printer for the being able to foil. I have seen some people sharing a lot of mink accessories, like things that are already printed that then you can just add the foiling to, but I didn't see any of those at my store, because if I had seen those I would have picked some up, because I could have used them with my mink. I do have a few things that I had picked up that I was going to try doing in the laminator, but now I have the actual mink, so I can try that there. So I ordered some more some storage that'll work for my Martha Stewart and other large punches like that, because they don't fit in the lockdown or in the whale tail punch thing. I did find my 2 containers that my father-in-law made me. They were wooden ones that they were supposed to be for markers. That's what the original design was, and when I asked him to make them, that's what my intent was. He made them a little wider than I wanted, because I was supposed to be able to fit 2 side by side in my calyx unit, but I'm not using them in my calyx. At the other house I didn't mind, because the way I had the calyx set up, which it's kind of that way, but not enough. But I didn't want to waste that space, because with a lot of those ones, like from Stampin' Storage, unless you can get to your cube from both sides, you're wasting space. And mine, the way it is I've got 2 calyx units back to back, so I still would have been wasting a lot of space, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm putting them up top for now. Maybe eventually I'll be able to switch them. That was something else I thought, is maybe if I put got like a couple more of these things from Michael's that will hold the they can hold iris cases or other things, and sat them over there next to that, or even got like another calyx cube and laid it on its side. Maybe I could put like the printers over there and put my punches up there. I'm worried about the height of it over here, because I have shelves there. I will probably have to lose a shelf if there's anything too tall there, and I don't want to have to lose a shelf. So that's why I'm kind of debating, do I want to switch how I've got it set up and just forsake that table that's over there that I was thinking I was going to put decorations on it, just once I get things set up, just take that table down, and I could slide my Venture over there when it's not in use. It is kind of in front of the heat air unit, so I don't know that I'd want to do that all the time. But then I could maybe slide, if I keep the YouTube table, just slide it up against my paper area when I'm not I don't know, or just sacrifice that table and not have it. I just can't make up my mind what I want to do. So there's a few possibilities in my head, and I've got time to think about that and decide what I want to do. But honestly, I could use a little more storage space, but the main goal was the main problem is the printers. Where can I put 2 printers? And eventually, honestly, I wouldn't mind a third for maybe sublimation down the road, but that's going to be a ways down the road if I do it. But anyways, that's all I've got to share today. I do plan on doing another tour video. Hopefully you can see lots of progress when I get that done. I've got a few more things I want to get done out here today and tomorrow. Probably not too much today because it's already 3:30, but we'll see. I got a lot out of here the other day, but there's still a lot left to do. Anyways, thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next time.